Hey guys, good morning. Today I'm filming this video at 11:40 a.m. 11:40 a.m. and it's a Saturday. It's pretty cloudy, but yeah, it's a good day. Um, Today I wanted to talk about how to let go. I know in a lot of my videos I talk about certain things that are important to do and certain things that are, just standard to like, you know, a healthy mindset and healthy life. Um, but I want to start diving in like instructional videos because I don't want to be one to just talk about the importance of many things but not talk about how to actually do it. Because a lot of people, they they know that certain things are important but they don't know how to go about it. And that's the struggle that we kind of have nowadays is like, okay, like, you want peace but do you know how to have it? Do you want a good lifestyle but do you know where to start? So in this video I just wanted to talk about how to let go. So in my last video, if you've watched it or if you didn't, I'll just give you a brief summary. I talked about the importance of letting go, and right before you let go, you feel so much at once, but once you let go, you're free like a bird, as if you are just jumping out of a helicopter and you're holding on to the parachute very tightly, but then once you're out, you're kind of like flowing. So I wanted to talk about how to jump out of that parachute, how to just flow and be free. And obviously, there's no one way about this, but I'm just going to explain what has worked for me personally. And this is on a spiritual aspect, this is on a physical aspect, and an emotional aspect. So I'm going through the three different categories here: physical, spiritual, and emotional. And I'm just giving you a brief example of myself. Give me 1 second. So, so in the past, I dealt with a lot of things, right? And there were times where I was so grieved spiritually and emotionally, and it impacted me physically. So we know that all these areas of our well being, physical, spiritual, and emotional, are all part of our well being. It's kind of like a ripple slash domino effect. If one is bad, then all the others, start to go bad as well. But it all really depends. um, so, uh, one thing that has worked for me, so I'm going to explain an example to you. So, when I was younger, it was really hard for me to let go of certain things, specifically the past or things that people have done to me. So in the past, I would kind of dwell on things a lot, and it would cause me to be grieved emotionally, and it would make me lack, spiritual belief and guidance. Uh, and then, it would mainly just end up being me just listening to a lot of music, which would affect me physically because then there's like, um, if I'm, I was on my phone a lot or whatever, watching TV to try to dim out the emotional and spiritual grievance. So that would make me physically unwell too. But one thing that I wanted guidance. I wanted to know how to let go. I wanted to let go, but I didn't know how to. But the main thing was my thoughts were all focused on the past. My body was focused on the past because I was letting myself, rewatch old things from the past, think about old things from the past. And, I would even sometimes, my actions, physical actions, would be projected because I didn't let go of the past. Let's say if somebody was angry at me and they did something to me. Well, if I was angry, I would probably do something to them. So that's kind of like, projection because of pain. The past altered my present being in the past. And that caused me to deteriorate. And I wanted to let go, but I didn't know how to. So I watched a lot of videos, did all this, watched a lot of videos on how to let go of people or how to let go of something, and, did all this stuff. And then, a couple of years later, I was sitting in meditation, and I came to this one ultimate realization that it is all in the focus. If your mind is constantly focused on the past, then your presence, your being, your atmosphere, your emotional, spiritual, and physical being is going to constantly be just a mere projection of the past. And it's because you didn't mentally let it go. And the one thing that I realized that helped me in that exact moment, when I realized that, I was like, wow, it's the focus. I have to focus on this moment right here, right now. Things have changed. You have to remind yourself that things have changed and that you are in a completely different atmosphere. You're in a completely different environment. You're a new person. You have new interests and new hobbies. You have to remind yourself of the newness, the change, and the difference to bring yourself in this exact moment. And once you do that, even if it's just for a mere second or a minute or a couple of minutes, your focus is drastically altered from the past to the present. And there is no time like now, because we don't know any other time than right now. So if you listen to my words very carefully when I say this, everything depends on your focus, your spiritual well-being, your emotional well-being, and your physical resolution, your physical action. It all depends on your focus. To let go, you need to change your focus from the past to the present. I'll repeat that one more time. To let go, you need to change your focus from the past to the present. Remind yourself of the present moment. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, remind yourself of all the new things that are in this moment. You just merely, on how to let go, the very simple thing is just shift your focus to now, here. Because everything that was is not anymore. And sometimes it's a little difficult to accept that. And sometimes we don't truly want to let go. We want to not feel that pain anymore, but a part of us doesn't want to, we don't want to feel that pain that was with the past. If you don't want to let a specific thing from the past, let it go because you might be afraid of the change. You might be uncomfortable. You might be like, dang, like, no, I knew them for a while, or they're everything to me. Or, it could be a job, a school, you might miss high school, you might miss old friends, you might miss certain family or a certain place you used to live, but you have to remind yourself of what brought you out of it. Why did it change? What was it you or they did? What was it that happened? Also, where is it that you need to go? And if you are going to get there, will you get there by dwelling on the past? The answer is probably no. Because when we dwell on the past, we're just a projection of the past. We're not living in the present. But when we choose to live in the present, when we choose to shift our focus to now, then we're making so much more opportunity for the newness that is to come and the beauty that is to shine on your life in the present. So it's the one simple thing, how to let go, is change your focus. And if you don't want to let go, then that's okay. Accept it. Because sometimes it's difficult to let go. Sometimes we don't want to let go just yet. We like holding on to the comfortability and the serenity that it may have with it. Anything it is. The thought of the past may bring us comfortability and warmth and maybe some happiness. And that's okay. Maybe you don't have to fully let it go, but maybe you can use it to move you. You can accept it to help guide you instead of bring you down. Shine your light on it in a different way that is to help you grow. With Christ, with yourself, with your family, with a moment, with opportunity. So, yeah. You're in this right now, in this very moment, and nothing else matters. You're okay where you're at. You're needed where you're at. Don't worry. Take a deep breath in, and when you take that breath out, give it to God. Take everything in that is in this moment. Let go of what is not. And what I mean by let go, just change your focus. So let's say if I'm dwelling on the past and I choose to close my eyes, and I'm saying, why am I dwelling in the past? Maybe because that brought some certain comfortability. Maybe it's because it's what I know. But then what is the reminder of that? The reminder is that we don't fully know the past because the past was the past and we're different right now. When we think of the past in the present, it's merely just a projection of attached emotions. And the past is just altered of how you want to perceive it. But in reality, it was not as good as you thought. That's why it's in the past. That's why they're not here in your life right now. That's why that place or that job, you had to get out of it because it wasn't as good as you thought, as you're thinking, at least. We like to romanticize things and make it sound like it was good. We like to see only the good in things, even if it's only 2 good things and a trillion bad things. That's just how we are, right? Or some of us at least. But how to let go of the past. Just change your focus to the present. And you can do that by reminding yourself of differences in the atmosphere that you're in now, the environment that you're in now. Remind yourself of the accomplishments that you've accomplished. Remind yourself of the things that you've learned and the things that you gained. Remind yourself of the things that you are grateful for right now in this moment. You can even remind yourself of the things that you see in this moment. Another thing, you can draw, you can write, you can go on a walk. All of these things partake in the flowing of the mind, to let your mind do its thing. Because once you change your focus, your mind is now growing branches on the tree with the roots in your mind. And the imagination, the creativity, the thoughts, they just bloom like flowers. So whatever you focus on, choose very carefully, because each thought is a seed, and each focus is a seed. Each focus is the water, each thought is a seed. So choose what thought you focus on. And choose the moment that you focus on. Focus on this moment, because this is all we know. It's the only thing that can bring you up. It's the only thing that can continue to move you. Because if you think about yesterday, if you think about the past, there's no movement there. It's just a shadow. But right now, this is where the light is. This is where the light is. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Don't dwell on your sin. Don't dwell on the guilt. Don't dwell on the shame. Don't dwell on the things that you've done in the past. Don't dwell on the things that people have done to you, but dwell on the things that God is preparing for you. Have hope in the promises of God and change your focus to this moment. I declare and decree that everything in the past will not affect your present moment. And you can repeat that to yourself right now. I declare and decree in Jesus Christ's name that everything in the past will not affect this moment. I take control and authority in Jesus Christ's name. You can say that quickly with me. I take control in Jesus Christ's name of this very moment. That the past will have no projection on this present moment. In Jesus Christ's name, I declare and decree, and I pray. Amen. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have gained something from it. I just wanted to make this a quick instructional video because it's very important. I don't want to just talk about the importance of things, as I mentioned. I want to teach as well. So thank you. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for, thank you for all the love and support. I really love you guys, and I'm so grateful I can be a helping hand, or, literally anything. Thank you. Love you guys.